Right, everyone, we are at the end of the fast, and last night's sleep was just horrendous, not good. Got a bit of an ache in my leg, bit of an ache in my elbow. Feel like at this stage, like towards 4 days, it's a diminishing law of returns.
Hi everyone, today we're going to be talking about something that's becoming increasingly popular, and that is the 5-day fast. Now, I have done in the past a 36-hour fast, but I have done recently a 100-hour fast. I'm actually currently on day 3, but I'm going to be fasting for about 4 days. Today we're going to be looking at, is it worth it, and are there actual health benefits that you feel as an individual? I'm going to take you back initially to the reason why I got into this. And if you've not seen this video, go watch it. Dr. Sten Egberg. He's got 3 million subscribers on YouTube, and he's amazing at sort of providing content, and particularly talks around 5-day fasting. He talks about the benefits of how he's done 5-day fasting, and that started me off.
Right, everybody, I've got the light on. This is 5-day water fasting. I'm going to show you what I look like on day 1. Bearing in mind, I haven't actually eaten now for since about 8 o'clock yesterday, and it's currently 2 o'clock, so what's that, 14 hours, but this is what I look like as of now. So full lights on behind, there we go, carrying a bit of timber.
Now, if you're anything like me, you're a bit of a binge eater, and I constantly nibble throughout the day. I'm worse in the evenings when I'm really tired, and quite often I just find that I'm never hungry because I'm just constantly eating and nibbling on things at the house. So that was factor number 1. There was a weight element. I always find towards Christmas that I'm getting a little bit heavier, and so I wanted to lose a bit of weight, although I know predominantly this isn't the best way to sustain and maintain weight. I'll talk a little bit about that shortly. And so we're going to take a look at what happens day 1 through to day 4. And we're going to take a look at the vitals that I've been tracking using this Whoop. And if you've not seen my other video on the Whoop review, then take a look at that and you'll see exactly what the Whoop does. We're going to take a look at sleep in particular. How was it? What energy did I feel throughout the 4 days, and when were the peaks and troughs? And also, how was the hunger? Like, was it bad, or overall, was it manageable? Then finally, we're going to talk about final thoughts and reflections, and would I actually do it again? So the first thing to say is, if you're anything like me and you work a desk job, you often might not get out as much as you want, but it's particularly if you're working from home, you're constantly going and you're constantly eating foods. And this isn't a good thing. We know that you put weight on if you're going to be eating more food, you've got access to more food, this is bad food in the house. And so for me, I wanted to switch my psychology to try and understand, actually, if I fast for a little bit, maybe it's not as bad as I think, and I should probably not eat as much. And it will help me maintain and control my digestive system and clean and cleanse my body. So when we jumped into this on day 1, I've done the 36-hour fast, so I knew what the drill was. Day 1's really easy. You start off on day 1 and you're thinking, right, well, first 12 hours, it's almost like normal. Some people don't eat in the morning anyway, so you just crack on with it. But what happens on day 1 is you get towards the end of day 1 and you get kind of hungry, and you have to not physically, you have to mentally fight that. You have to mentally battle that and say, I'm hungry, but my body's okay. Like, it's just, my blood sugar's dropping, I'm craving some food, but that's all right, I'll get through it. So then you wake up the next day, day 2.
So I'm currently 42 hours into the fast, and something happened last night just before bed, which was like 30 odd hours into the fast, and that I started to get like a little bit of mental kind of sharpness. It was strange. It's like the veil was lifted from me. But what was interesting is in this last few hours, I went for a walk this morning. I've not really felt hungry today. I felt a little bit hungry this morning. I went for a walk, burned some energy, and the last couple of hours, like, everything has just become super clear, like super sharp. And I experienced this previously when I'd done a fast. It's an amazing like benefit that you get from fasting, and you get real strong mental clarity and sharpness, which is one of the benefits of doing the fast. So I'm not saying I'm not hungry now. I could eat, but I don't feel like I'm hypoglycemic. I've not got low blood sugar, and the sharpness is good, so I feel great. And you can see it already in my face, you know. My face is normally a bit puffy because I'm constantly eating, and I'm not now, which is brilliant.
Day 2, you do get peaks of this thing with fasting where you feel like absolutely amazing. Like everything just becomes really crystal clear, like razor sharp. You can't explain it until you've done it. Like there's a clarity around not having food in your system and your body processing things out that is absolutely amazing. And the interesting thing about day 2, and this is where I talk around the whoop, is if you look at some of these stats, if you look at some of the vitals, my HRV, which is my heart rate variability, significant indicator of your autonomic nervous system and how well your body is primed to take on exercise, shot up through the roof. Now, interesting, my sleep wasn't that great, and I had increased wake event activities. But if you look back on my recovery, it was 90%. I didn't do anything different other than fasting for 24 hours. And my heart rate variability, all my other vitals, including my resting heart rate and everything else, shot up. So, like, what this tells me is, like, if you want to just feel some benefits in the week, a 24-hour fast will probably add some significant benefits to you. Probably these certain ranges, like 24 hours is good, and then 72 hours is good. And then after that, you don't see much more, according to the videos that I've been looking at. So day 2, it was fighting some of the battles, fighting some of the hunger battles. You get to the end of day 2 and you need to sleep, and then you sleep, and my sleep was really, really disrupted. I went to bed early on that night, which tends to happen. That's another effect of fasting. You don't really want to stay up. So I went to bed earlier, and I had nearly 3 wake events per hour, which is really, really high for me. And whilst my heart rate variability was higher and my recovery was nearly 80%, it wasn't as beneficial as the first day. So I'm wondering from a fasting perspective whether actually just fasting for one day is beneficial, or whether actually fasting for more than that is going to be beneficial. We'll see that towards the end of the video.
Brilliant.
And day 2 is where the reality sort of starts to sit in, and you will throughout periods of all the days get peaks and troughs of where you're hungry. The worst one for me at this current stage was day 3. So you go to sleep, you wake up day 3. Day 3, when I woke up, was hell. I had so little energy, lounging around on the sofa, I couldn't motivate myself. Kids to school.
So it is Wednesday morning, and I'm approximately 60 hours into the fast. I didn't sleep as well last night. My sleep was massively interrupted. Like, if you look at my sleep wake times, it's like 2.9, which is like, even when I've been drinking, very, very unusual for me. It's hit me hard this morning. I am really, really hungry at 60 hours. Like, so much so where I feel like quite lethargic on the sofa. So I've got to get the kids ready for school. I'm going to go out for a walk. I wanted to go to the gym. I just don't feel I've got enough energy for it, but I might try later. You can see it more in my face now, and my weight is down from 77.8 kilograms to 75.8, so that's a 3 kilogram weight loss in the space of 60 hours, which I know isn't all fat, but you know, yeah, it's a bit more of a struggle this morning, and I've still got a fair way to go. I've still got 40 hours, 36 hours left to go. So let's see how the last day brings us. Like I said, originally it was a 5-day fast, but just because of my schedule, it's going to be a 4-day or 100-hour fast.
But then what happened was I had black coffee and I went out for a walk, which is something that I've been doing throughout this period of time. I've been going for walks. So day 1, I walked like 10,000 steps. Day 2, I walked like 13,000, 14,000 steps. So if you're going out for walks, and what happens then, your body obviously metabolizes the necessary energy it needs to use for that walk, and you actually start to feel much better again.
So I thought you'd find this update a little bit interesting. It's now 1:20, and after this morning's lack of energy and a bit of a slump, I actually feel so much better. Went out for a walk, as I talked about in the video, and I've had a couple of black coffees, that's it today. But I feel good, feel really clear, and this is kind of like typical of the cycle that you go through when you're on these fasts. 1 minute you're good, 1 minute you're bad, the next minute you feel amazing, feel really super clear about everything going on. So interesting. Day 3, one more. Well, I've got about 20 more hours to go.
And this is what I said, when you come to the process of fasting, you're going to find that you're going through stages where you're hitting brick walls, you're really low on energy, and then other times where you reflect back and you think, oh, I'm super sharp, I feel really clear about what I'm doing, and the hunger kind of dissipates, and that's kind of where I'm at. So the only thing that I have had is these electrolytes, which are salt, calcium, magnesium, some of the electrolytes, because I've been doing walking and sweating a little bit.
So I've just come to Decathlon because they've got a quality range of these electrolyte drinks. and these ones have 0 calories and 0 sugar. But if you look on the back, you'll see they've got all your electrolytes that you need to replace your energy, because they have been sweating a little bit. So get those, pop them in maybe for later in the week, just to keep my electrolyte balance up there.
Right everyone, we are at the end of the fast, and last night's sleep was just horrendous, not good. Got a bit of an ache in my leg, bit of an ache in my elbow. Feel like at this stage, like towards 4 days, it's a diminishing law of returns. I'm not even hungry, but I'm going to eat. And this is the final physique update. So there we go. I mean, yeah, I've lost quite a bit. I've lost a lot of weight, you can see that. But everything feels a bit soft. I'm assuming all this is going to come straight back on as I start to eat, but there you go.
I've just broke the fast. I had some breakfast, which was some toast, 2 eggs, tomatoes and some mushrooms. Only a light breakfast. Still feel really good, so still feel really clear, and just think it was an amazing thing that I've been talking to people about. And the more I think about it, the more I can't recommend that you do it, to detox your body and to get some of the benefits that I've felt over the past 4 days. And I think this will be something for me that I'll look to achieve every 6 months. I think it's a good place, and I'll probably do mini ones, which may be like 36 hours. So overall, very impressed with the results. Feel great, feel amazing. The funny thing about it is now, I don't really want to eat. I don't want to binge. Like, I don't want to go out and indulge in the foods that I used to have. I don't even really want like sugary foods. My cravings for sugary food were just intolerable at times, and they're pretty much gone.
Okay, everyone, we've done the 4-day fast. I've got to tell you, it's been absolutely amazing. I'm going to quick fire blast the results, because yesterday when I spoke about the 3-day stage that I was up to, I hadn't obviously done the 4-day. Now I have, and the results were absolutely amazing. Without doubt, I am going to be doing this probably once every 6 months. I would say that's probably enough. I think next time I'm actually going to do the 5-day fast. So what happened? Like, over the period of time, I got super clear clarity in my vision. I lost a load of brain fog. Now that possibly helped because I was on leave from work, and I was just like completely detoxing and relaxing. But I lost a load of weight. Like, these were the before and after results. My whole body just felt like really nicely cleansed. I lost all my sugar cravings, even like 4 or 5 days later. I'm not really craving sugar. I just felt like really healthy in my mind and body. Like, sleep recovered, sex drive went up, and you're wondering about why I've got these on my fingernails. My daughter painted them, deal with it. So, like, yeah, I can't explain enough like the benefits of doing it, but here's my key takeaways. 1, I think you need to do this once every 6 months for self-discipline, to cleanse your body, and also for clarity of thinking and improvement of inflammation and illness and things like that. However, is it necessary any more frequently than that? Probably not. Fasting for 36 hours is, I think, something that I'm probably going to move to every month, and something that you should move to. Just because it's enough that it doesn't interfere with your day. It's enough that it can regulate your diet. It's enough to help manage weight loss. And one of the good things about going into this is a lot of people talk around dieting and trying to control the diets, but for me, and I saw a comment on this on another video, the whole concept of fasting is so much easier because it's like an on-off switch. So you can't always, like when you're trying to eat and control your diet, measure what you want to eat and put into your body. It's just not possible to be so accurate anyway. However, with this, it's just like an off switch. Like, I'm not eating, and therefore I'm restricting my diet by the amount of calories that I'm not eating in that day. For example, my calories were 2,000, and that's a massive benefit. So I have obviously lost weight. I went down to 74.8, and I've kind of like 3-4 days later settled out at about 76. So it's like a couple of kilogram weight loss. So very good, very impressed. If you're going to do it, let me know in the comments down below how you find it, how long you're going to do it for, and the experience. And I'll see you in the next video.